Pretty exciting week for KU athletics, to say the least. Everyone's talking about football, but really, I think it spans to all sports. I want to start with this. Is there one thing that you're most excited about the big announcements that we got early in the week?
Well, I mean, I think you kind of hit it on the head in that intro, which is it's going to have an impact so far beyond just one particular program. And frankly, so far beyond athletics, right? And I really think far beyond Lawrence as well. So I think that's a very real dynamic, and we felt that Tuesday with the announcement, that it really resonated with people, that this is a project, Gateway District and David Booth Cancer Memorial Stadium, that's going to really impact so much of this great state and the community and obviously fans and student athletes. And so I just think about the magnitude of the constituent implications. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's really exciting.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I wanted to talk about that. When I was reading up, I'm talking about the economic impact and the jobs it will create.
Yeah.
There's a moment where I don't know about you, but I thought to myself, oh, we're not talking about football anymore.
I mean, in fact, when I'm reading through that release time and again before the announcement, I'm stumbling over the billion, right? When we're talking about billions of dollars of impact, you're thinking, is that supposed to be an M instead of a B? And that's just the way it is. And the reality is, if you narrow it down a little bit more to football, right? Football has incredible impact and implications in our society. That's not a Kansas thing, and that's a societal thing. Our society and our country loves football, ingrains itself in that sport in such a really neat way. And so the far-reaching impact of that is really, really tremendous as well.
We heard from Lance the other day just about the feedback that he's gotten from the community, whether that be people just stopping him to thank him or whatever it is. Have you seen that as well? I think Lawrence, Kansas is in the surrounding areas are fired up to have a football team that can get them fired up.
Yeah, no question. People have been excited. People have been appreciative. People have paid close attention, because it's not just about getting to that 6-win mark last year. It's not just about getting to the Liberty Bowl. It's about the way the program is representing KU, and it's about the way Lance and his staff have embedded themselves in the community. They're passionate about the university. They're passionate about Lawrence and this part of the state and the state as well. And then our young men, I think our fan base, our supporters are really excited about the kind of young men that we have representing Kansas football.
And I think this could impact kids across the state who maybe are Jayhawk fans but weren't necessarily football fans because they didn't have as much to be fired up about, but now they are.
No doubt. I mean, you think about, again, whether it be Southwest Kansas, Western Kansas, growing up in the state, and hey, credit to Kansas State and obviously Coach Snyder and this now long-standing tradition in football for their institution, because it's made a difference in building their fan base. It's made a difference in obviously student interest and all those great things. We've long had that at KU, more so centered around the basketball brand and the basketball tradition. But the reality is we should expect it for all. And we know that success in football is going to do wonders for the institution. We know it's going to do wonders in developing the next generation of Jayhawks.
What would you say to someone who says, we got NIL going on, we have all this, what should I do, where should I do it, how can I help?
Yeah, lots of different answers to that. And I think it starts with a real simple one. Show up and be there, right? Be there, so to speak, in the arena, so to speak. Be there with this football program this fall. Be at our games. Buy season tickets. Tell your family, your friends, your neighborhood to get on board with this program. Extrapolate from there. What is an element of these other opportunities that gets you excited? Could it be, supporting student athletes through name, image, and likeness? If that feels good, then step into that space. Could it be, obviously philanthropic giving and support in other ways? Absolutely. We're encouraging and imploring people to step in and be part of that. I just think it's a time in general where people need to look in the mirror. I've had to do that. We all have to, and say, am I doing enough to impact the place I love?
2023 season ticket holders will have first dibs at 2024 tickets. Is that right?
In fact, not just first dibs, but I really believe, because we're going to have to squeeze this capacity down, we'll only have the permanent, the east side will be retained after we demo this winter, and then we'll do our best to bring in auxiliary seating, but we're going to be in the 20,000s. Just don't know if it's going to be low or mid or a little bit higher. I firmly believe that unless you're a season ticket holder this fall, 2023, you're not going to be in that facility, and we're going to have a pretty pretty good, fun team to watch.
And if you don't think that 20,000 can be fun, then you've never seen 16,300
there you
in
go.
Allen Fieldhouse.
Well said.
On that note, I'll end on a fun one for you. I got to ask, is the University of Kansas a football school now?
It's an everything school. It's an everything school, and that's what I love about it. You know, KU has long been represented by this crown jewel program, Kansas basketball. I think every day about how do we make sure we're not just sitting idle for basketball at KU, how are we continuing to invest in fuel and elevate this incredible men's basketball program, and then also what are we doing to elevate women's basketball at KU? That'll never change. The answer is, can we be all? Without hesitation, we can, and I think that's being demonstrated right now.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. I think it is a football school and a basketball school, and with Coach Fitzgerald, a baseball school soon, and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, sweet. Thanks for your time, man. Typically to the athletes, I say good luck this season. For you, I'll say good luck on the upcoming project.
Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate you, man.